Voting has started for the first phase of assembly elections in India's union territory of Jammu and Kashmir.
The Union Territory is witnessing assembly elections after a period of 10 long years. Polling is being held in 24 assembly constituencies. 219 candidates across political parties are contesting the first phase of election in 7 districts of Jammu and Kashmir.
More than 2.3 million voters are eligible to exercise their electoral franchise during the first phase. This includes 566,000 youth voters. Key constituencies of the valley have more than 3,200 polling stations set up ahead of the landmark elections. Phase 1 alone will see the deployment of more than 14,000 polling officials.
Meanwhile, a 3-tier security system has been put in place across the Union Territory, guarding each and every polling booth. There are special polling booths with extra security in areas close to the line of control and international border.
Results of the 3-phase assembly election will be declared on the 8th of October. The polls are the first since Jammu and Kashmir's special status was revoked.
With a diversified political landscape that will witness over 40% candidates contesting as independents, the polls are critical to the valley's stability and security.
All right, for more on this, a special correspondent Idris Loan joins us live from Anantnag. The polls are first since Jammu and Kashmir's special status was revoked, as I mentioned earlier. But also, Idris, to begin with, I wanted to understand what the security arrangements are like. We know that the security situation has been rather volatile in Jammu and Kashmir for the past few months. What can you tell us?
Well, absolutely. Security remains one of the major concerns for the government agencies in Jammu and Kashmir, and that's one of the reasons that we've seen 300 companies, additional companies of paramilitary forces have been brought in from across India to guard the polling stations across Jammu and Kashmir during all the 3 phases of the assembly elections. The Jammu and Kashmir police as well as the CRPF has been put in place in every polling station. There's a 3-tier security system in place, especially on the polling booths which are very close to the line of control and international border. We've also seen South Kashmir, which used to be the hub of militancy in the last few years, has also seen a decrease in the number of violence incidents, and that is because the security has been beefed up all across that region. But what remains of concern for security agencies is the Doda, Kishtwar, Rajouri and Poonch belt, which is very close to the international border and which has seen a lot of militant attacks in the last 3 months. There have been encounters just few days ago in that area where security forces also had to bear some damage. So those are the areas where security has been beefed up a lot, and those are concerns that the security agencies had. But so far, we've seen security forces have the number of security forces on the ground have been increased, and that's one of the reasons that so far we've seen that peaceful polling taking place not only in South Kashmir but also in the region of Kishtwar and Doda as well.
Idris, you're joining us from Anantnag. From what I can gauge from your background, this seems like a children's school. I see a slide behind you, some swings as well. Give us a sense of where you are and what to expect through the course of the day.
Well, Shivam, I'm right now at Bijbihara polling station, which is a school definitely, but this is also the polling station where the Chief Minister Mehbooba Mufti and her daughter, who is a candidate for the first time in the assembly election, will be casting their vote. This is their home constituency where Mehbooba Mufti and her family has been winning the election from around last 15 to 20 years. So this remains one of the most important seats in this election as well, because Mehbooba Mufti this time not participating in the elections, but her daughter is fielded from the same constituency. There are other seats also important in Anantnag district, wherein the former Jammu and Kashmir president of the Indian National Congress, G.M. Mir, is also contesting from Duru constituency. There are some seats in Jammu of the BJP, especially in Doda and Kishtwar, which are important as well. So it remains a very important election because it's happening after 10 long years and a lot of new faces this time in the election. The most interesting part this time was the coalition that is taking place between the political parties. While as on one side there is India Alliance, which consists of National Conference and Congress with some regional local parties. On the other hand, the PDP has decided to go solo, while as the Engineer Rashid's party, which has become a biggest challenge for National Conference and PDP, is the Awami Ittihad party, which has also gone in a pre-poll coalition with the Jamaat-e-Islamiyah, which is a banned organization, but they have also fielded their candidates as independents, and they've gone in pre-poll alliance with the Awami Ittihad party. So it's very interesting that this time it's not only the India Alliance going against BJP, but also National Conference and PDP going against the Awami Ittihad party as well as the Jamaat-e-Islami.
Thank you, Idris, for getting us the latest. Of course, we will be tracking all the developments on ground with you there and getting us the latest. You are currently in Anantnag. Of course, there have been a lot of terror attacks and there have been a lot of encounters which have taken place in this region as well. So the security arrangements are definitely going to be in top view at this point, as you explained earlier. Thank you so much for joining in, and we'll get in touch with you again.